We told you guys are going to pay. Either way, you guys are going to pay for it. So for the people that don't know what is going on, right? MTN decided to give Ghanaian government 20 million Ghana cedis.
Doing it right now with immigration. I'm just asking, why do you not believe that a war could actually start in South Africa right now over territory? What makes you believe and be so sure that other African countries are with us in the so-called African unity?
What are the most important things to look out for so that you don't fall into traps of this and this? Someone giving you their experience is not you being a fool. Sure. Experience has nothing to do with serious intelligence. It's just as you understand because you've been there.
We are fixing the issues here in our province. You guys figure yourselves out. Now Jacinta is openly saying that she doesn't see anything wrong with having a Zulu university for Zulu people. The Tswanas must have their university.
So the Ghana government has rejected 20 million Ghana cedis from MTN, a South African company in Ghana. They wanted to donate this money to the Ghana government to support the victims of South African xenophobic attacks that were brought in from South Africa. And the ministry went on social media, said a press statement. They have seen a video of the CEO of the MTN company wanting to donate a certain amount of money to the Ghana government to support this, but they reject it. Like, they declined it. They declined, and they gave some few reasons why they declined. I have it here. You can read it. Like, you can pause and read it. But I don't want to talk much. Let's go into the videos. Also, Jacinta has some questions for all of you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You don't lose anything by liking, just give the video a thumbs up.
Government has rejected some 20 million Ghana cedis from multinational telecommunication company MTN to support government, ongoing evacuation exercise amid xenophobic attacks and also to support the reintegration package for the returnees. Government is saying that they have made adequate preparations for same and all of that. You know that MTN is multinational, but it is founded and headquartered in fact, South Africans are the largest shareholder of the company. And so some people are saying that even though government has clearly stated the reasons for the rejection of the offer, it is because of some outrage by a section of the Ghanaian public as to why, South African owned companies have been quiet about the whole issue. But what I find most striking about this development is that while the central government has rejected this, offer from MTN, the Director of Diaspora Affairs of the Office of the President, Kofi-Otreda, is rather calling on MTN to support the creative arts industry with this same money that was rejected.
So it will. South Africans, we told you guys are going to pay. Either way, you guys are going to pay for it. So for the people that don't know what is going on, right? MTN decided to give Ghanaian government 20 million Ghana cedis to support the people that were affected by this xenophobic attack going on in South Africa. Ghanaian government rejected it. They declined. I love you guys. I swear, I love you, Ghanaians. They decline up. See, the question everyone is currently having is, why only MTN out of all the South African companies that are in Ghana? Why MTN? Let me tell you why. Because South African government are their sole investors. When MTN first started, right, South African government invested really hard on MTN. When I say that, I made a video, I say that, and you can see South Africans under the comment section. Nah, we don't give a fuck about MTN. We don't care about MTN. Bro, it's your government's money. Your government's money is in there too. If we attack MTN office now, we are attacking your government directly. Charlie want to finish where now? See, don't worry, after the election going on in Nigeria finish, I'm going to lead a massive protest to MTN office in Abuja here, to MTN headquarters here in Abuja. We are going to shut it down. I love you, Charlie.
We can't be held responsible for all the actions that are happening out there.
So, Jacinta, let's clarify. March and March, is it a political party? Is it a movement?
March and March is a movement, not a political party, not going to be a political party.
Okay. Is March and March against all foreign nationals?
March and March is against undocumented illegal immigrants in the country and foreigners who are carrying out documents but have attained them fraudulently so, and who are breaking the laws of the country.
Okay. Does March and March decide which race they go after or which race they choose to focus on? Or is it all undocumented foreign nationals?
March and March is focused solely on putting South Africans first and making sure that anyone who's in the country legally is out of the country. And it starts with our own communities.
How do you feel about the outliers, in the sense of there's this message that you are trying to push and trying to lead with, but obviously you can't control everyone who's identifies with the movement. There might be outliers who might take things too extreme. How do you feel about
Very
those?
good question. So it's always in our wording. That's the best that we can do, because there's other movements. I say this all the time. March and March is not the only movement that's out there. There's plenty of other civic movements who are on the ground even today, making sure that they remove illegal immigrants. We can only be held responsible for the things that we say and the things that we do.
Hi guys. I've got 50,000 things going on in my head that I want to record while I have the chance to. So for those who might not have seen, but I just wanted to report to all those who might have heard us during our media briefing, where we promised that we would take the police on the issue of the circular that they issued, where they told police basically that they should stop policing, where they said that police are not allowed to go around following people who want to remove foreign nationals. And this was a circular that was issued by the National SAPS. We challenged them on that circular because it doesn't make sense to say police mustn't police. So we decided to police the police and told them that they need to explain to us what that circular means and how lawful it is that they issued such an instruction. And the response that we got was that the circular was meant to be something that goes around for the police to note. I'll attach it right at the end of this video so you can see it. And I'll attach the response as well so that you can see it for yourself. But basically, they said that they will be having a relook at that circular. And I'm sure they have to issue another circular that is more within the law than what they said. Because what do you mean? Police mustn't police. That's their job. And secondly, I'm just sitting here I noticed the way everyone is dragging history into this conversation when you talk about illegal immigrants. Our borders were man-made, as some people claim. Borders were this, we must remove borders, etc., etc. And I've just got two questions. First question, what was the reason for the world to have so many wars? And what were the wars about? Were those wars not about territory? If you're telling us that borders are artificial, non-existent, as some of you claim, and they're meaningless, they're useless, why then would people go to war, to fight, to keep those territories or even take over other people's territory? And what makes you think that people aren't doing it right now with immigration? I'm just asking, why do you not believe that a war could actually start in South Africa right now over territory? What makes you believe and so be so sure that other African countries are with us in the so-called African unity that we preach, and that they would actually want to give up their own territories for this vision? Have they said anything to that nature, or is it only us? And then the second question, which is the last question for me, is that since you guys love history so much, I just want to know, this thing bothers me a lot, When did becoming a refugee become something so glorified? We see men going to other countries, crying on TV because they want to be refugees, because their countries are in such a bad state. I mean, I'm not saying that people mustn't run away for safety in instances where the need arises, but it's now it's no longer genuine refugee stories. It's just anyone can have a government that goes, and then you cry and then you run away. Were we not a nation or a race even that fights for itself, that fights to keep what is theirs, fights even territorial fights different tribes, fights different races just to keep what belongs to ours as ours? Since when did we become these people that glorify
running away to other people's countries. I mean, if we're talking history and everyone is like dragging history into everything, might as well. I just want to know, like, in our history, in our bloodline, were we not the people, the race that was known to fight, even for their different tribes or race even, for what is theirs? Why are we glorifying being refugees so much? And on top of that, we are becoming the very same thing we've been claiming we're running away from white people. Slaves. I saw a video of like a very old man who claims he was a maths teacher in Ghana, then ran away because of the situation in Ghana. If you ask Ghanaians about that situation in Ghana, they probably would reject that idea that the situation is that bad. That a maths teacher had to go and pick or plant somewhere in Spain and live in a shack because he claims the situation is not that great in Ghana. And instead of fighting South Africa, I really wish that African countries would really sit down and be honest with themselves about their own people before we start blaming everyone else. Why are our people running away? Why are we becoming these people that are just like, we say we don't want slavery, but the minute we're free from it, we start running away to the same people we claim oppressed us? It makes no sense to me at all. And you spend all this time hating us for doing exactly what you would be doing if you were in a position to fight. And I know us as people who fight for what is right and what is theirs, but somehow when it comes to our African leaders, everyone just chooses to be fearful and scared and allow themselves to be oppressed. I don't know. It's just questions. You're welcome to engage respectfully.
People forget that some of us were arrested for these things. So you're talking to people who actually understand these things.
Sure.
And we are not by any means jealous that the perhaps it continues and maybe through Jacinta, listen, from the bottom of my heart, I wish them well. And even if not even come to me, I don't need for them to have a meeting with me. Even if they ask maybe you to say that, what are the most important things to look out for so that you don't fall into traps of this and this? Someone giving you their experience is not you being a fool.
Sure.
Experience has nothing to do with serious intelligence. It's just as you understand because you've been there. And I could easily, with an open heart, say, Buffett, be careful of this move of meeting with prominent people because of this PR that's ready. After your meeting, they press PR.
Yeah, that's about Ramaphosa.
Yeah.
And they know exactly what they do. And that was me and you and Rob Hersoff as well.
Yeah, we once went through that. And if you in that damn meeting, and you and I actually have never discussed that meeting. It's a meeting that was just friendly and had nothing to do with the next person, and except for you. You were hammering Rob.
Sure.
Every chance you got, like, listen, I don't care, because you had just done a video or something about Rob, and he was trying to like understand, and like why, but you were not allowing his emotions to soften you. You were still here giving him hard blows. But
the optics of it looks like something else.
Exactly.
And you're saying that some of these guys, depending on who you meet with, and then photos get taken or video, then the PR machine starts
100%.
Jacinta and the AfriForum actually have one thing in common. They push the interest of their own people. AfriForum pushes the interest of Afrikaners to the point where they can even go to the rest of the world and lobby and push propaganda of things that are not even happening here in South Africa. Although Jacinta says she's fighting for South African people, I don't think that's true. I think Jacinta is fighting for her people, her Zulu people. And it's clear because you will see Zulus in certain comment sections saying, no, Tina, we support Jacinta. You guys go and do your own march. We are fixing problems in KZN. We are fixing the issues here in our province. You guys figure yourselves out. Now, Jacinta is openly saying that she doesn't see anything wrong with having a Zulu university for Zulu people. The Tswanas must have their university. The Pedis must have their university. Now, the issue of March and March has now, it's mutated itself. It's moved from being an issue about illegal foreign nationals to being about tribalism. We are no longer discussing immigration now. I have never had a problem with the foundation of the March and March movement. On the 1st of June, I made a video, and we have a problem here in this country in regards to immigration. We have a lot of illegal foreign nationals, but they are not black only. We have issues with Middle Easterns, Caucasians, Indians, as well as the Chinese. So when I saw that the movement is targeting itself to only the black foreign nationals, that's when I had to relook this whole March and March thing. Jacinta is an extremely intelligent woman, and she knows how to mobilize people. And I give her credit for that. But Jacinta is also gaslighting us. Let's be quite frank, let's be quite Lambard. Jacinta recently did an interview where she is now creating distance between herself and Phakela Mthakathi and Ghc20M. So she's saying that Phakela has never been much and much. Ghc20M has never been much and much. They have their own organization that they are doing, and that their interests aligned, so they did it. But he's not much and much, which to me I find very weird, because Phakela has said multiple times that Tina Sikhola u Jacinta. They have acknowledged that their leader is Jacinta. Now Jacinta wants to create a distance between herself, her organization, and Phakela, because Phakela, on the eve of March and March, the Mabahambe thing, he went and met with the president. Right? He was invited. I don't know how that came about, but he went and met with the president. Jacinta was asked if she was invited, and she said she was never invited. And then she said that, I don't know, maybe people do certain things because they want to push political agendas. Jacinta has said countless times that her group, her organization is not politically motivated. They're not a political party. And I think when Phakela went to go and meet with the president, it created a narrative that March and March is meeting with the president, which is now why she's distancing herself from Phakela. But you cannot tell us that he was never part of the movement, because, they were marching for your movement. Do you understand what I mean? So the leader of AfriForum has basically said that they have not built a university, like AfriForum has not built a university. They probably have some power players that do have the capacity to build a university, but them as an organization have not built a university. Already, Bamujigela, off the bat, off the rip. And that's the propaganda shit that I be telling you guys about. You see what I mean? My thing is, once we start to segregate one another, once we start to go down the path of tribalism, and we're not standing firm as the Ubuntu nation, we're not standing firm as a people, this is where we're going to be easily infiltrated. We are going to go down a very slippery slope, because now everyone will be not interested in pushing the narrative of South African people, but rather of their own kind within South Africa. We will not be united anymore. And that is the whole image of South Africa. Unity.
Breaking news, my people. The government of Ghana has just rejected a donation of 20 million Ghana cedis from MTN, which was meant to support the Afrophobia attacked victims back to Ghana, stating that their dignity is not for sale. My people, Ghana is not playing with any South African item, right?
Government of Ghana declines MTN offer of 20 million Ghana cedi donation for Ghanaian victims of South African xenophobic attack. MTN board chairman Dr. Ismail Yamson came out and announced that they are preparing to donate 20 million Ghana cedis to support the Ghanaian victims that were being affected from South Africa's xenophobic attack. And now the government of Ghana has declined the money. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has become aware of media reports suggesting that MTN Ghana is preparing to donate 20 million Ghana cedis for Ghanaian victims of the recent xenophobic attack in South Africa. The media publications seem to attribute the announcement of this intended 20 million donation to an interview granted by the highly regarded MTN board chairman, Dr. Ismail Yamson. The government of Ghana commends MTN for the offer. However, we respectfully decline. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs reaffirmed that the Mahama administration has made adequate provision for ongoing evacuation and reintegration of Ghanaians and is therefore unable to accept this offer. Means they have already made adequate provision for all the returnees from South Africa to Ghana. So for that matter, the 20 million that MTN is donating to support the Ghana government, they have rejected it. This position of the government of Ghana had earlier been directly conveyed to the board chair and CEO of MTN when they called on the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, MP, on August 14, 2026. Meanwhile, the government of Ghana remained fully committed to current humanitarian evacuation and reintegration financial support for every Ghanaian brought back from harm ways. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs assures that it will present to the general public a comprehensive account of the total cost of evacuation as soon as exercise is concluded. In the interest of the transparency and accountability, government will continue to create the best business ecosystem for all international brands operating in Ghana to succeed, irrespective of which country their business originated from. So the Ghana government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, have declined the 20 million that the MTN is donating to support the Ghana government to what? To also bring the returnees back from South Africa through the xenophobic attack that is happening. Why would the government of Ghana reject the 20 million that the MTN is offering to them? Left unto me, I think Ghana government has already made enough provision for all the returnees back from South Africa. And this, they shouldn't accept it. Because if not that, one day MTN will just get up and say, hey, we gave you 20 million when you were bringing your citizens back from South Africa. So for that matter, bring our 20 million back. It will not be a big deal, but it will look like Ghana government depend on MTN one way or the other. To me, they shouldn't accept it. The declining is the right way.
You know, for me, I don't know why MTN has waited for this long. And also, it is not bad giving this support to the Ghana government. I don't really know the reason why the Ghana government has rejected this. Could it also be that because they have decided to take this to the African Union for it to be addressed? Is that the reason why they have rejected this money? Or they suspect some foul play here? I want to understand, because it is not only MTN. When these guys came in or were brought in, I saw a telecommunication company in Ghana that went there to support these guys, even registered new SIM cards for them and all that. So I don't know why they have rejected MTN. I think as time goes on, we are going to get the details and the reason why they have rejected this money. This money is like roughly, let's say, $2 million, and they have decided to reject it. I don't know. And it's been months, like over a month, or even probably like some weeks. These people, even the second batch, we had first batch of 900 people that were brought in. They went and brought another, I think about 900 or so. So they've done all these things. They are done. The Ghana government has spent the money. So I don't know why MTN is coming in now. But as I said, we will get to see or know the reason why they have done that. And what do you think about the questions that Jacinta is asking? What do you think about it? The questions that she's asking? I think she even made a reference to Ghana, talking about a Ghanaian man going to, I think, the UK or the US or something and seeking asylum, making it seem like there is something happening in Ghana. These are some of the things some Africans do just to get a residency in some of these countries. They lie, and it's not like something is happening in Ghana so bad. No. You understand? So I don't know, but as I said, we live to see. We live to see what will happen as time goes on. And also some of these things that like some of our African people do, I think it's not right, and we should put a stop to it. Thank you so much for watching.